Here's Dillon Brooks. And here's Steph Curry. When Brooks drives inside, Curry stays with him and even blocks his shot. Now, what does Brooks do in return? Well, he just floors Steph for no apparent reason while acting tough. But as we all know, Steph isn't just going to sit around doing nothing. And so, here's what he did to Brooks the next time he saw him on the floor.
Confident in their chances in this game, Ryan.
All right, thanks a lot, Malika. Here's Brooks, gets denied.
And after embarrassing him like that, Steph goes on to teach them a thing or two about respect by destroying the Grizzlies while sending them packing for good.
Golden State. Curry alone. You bet. Curry, a deep one. Truth. Thompson back to Curry. Curry a three.
Night-night, baby. Night-night. I mean, these trash talkers from Memphis might want to keep their mouths shut, because it's just getting silly for them at this point. Pretending to be all about that life and trying to act hard just isn't working out. It makes them look like the Walmart version of the bad boy Pistons. The worst one of them all, Dillon Brooks. I mean, here's his ballsy statement after they got booted out by the Dubs in last year's playoffs.
We had a base, and we just kept building and building and building, and more guys got on the train, and we were able to, create something like this and, keep building this dynasty and this program up. Keep building this dynasty and keep building this dynasty.
So, let me get this straight. You lost to them 4 games to 2, and you still have the balls to troll them like that. I mean, I don't know what was in Brooks' mind when he said that, but this dude is just straight up tripping. Now, apparently, Klay has been keeping receipts, and during one of their matchups this season, he had his payback by doing this.
Thompson jumper, got it.
Well, there's no doubt, and this started last.
In this particular encounter, the Dubs squeeze away with a 2-point win to show the Grizzlies who's their daddy. And right after the game, Klay wouldn't let Brooks get off the hook that easily when he sent out this strong message.
They was talking about dynasty and all that. You can't talk dynasty when you haven't won before. I don't think people realize how hard that is, the commitment and sacrifice it takes. I mean, you got to sacrifice your body. And I thought that was premature talk, to even mention that word. But they bring the best out of us, and I think we do the same. And even though you don't like them, you got to respect them because they're a threat.
Man, Mr. Thompson fired some serious shots right there. Anyways, Desmond Bane's trash talk game is also up there on the same level as Brooks. And there was one time when he took his smack talk right at the grill of the king.
Strong on the basketball, Desmond Bane, his entire team. Really good ball security too, and he lays it up and in. Ooh.
Well, as you saw in the clip, LeBron was having none of Bane's lip service. And here's a closer look at Bron's unfiltered reaction.
Some were saying, oh, well, that's the consolation after Zion, but I'll tell you what.
Revisit that draft.
Exactly.
The referees are now telling all the people.
I mean, I get it. Bane just showed that he ain't gonna back down to nobody when he did that. But, see, the guy he just pissed off is LeBron James. And as expected, the king wasted no time in getting back at him. I mean, first, he drew a foul on Bane. Then moments later, he just destroys him with this lay. But ultimately, he released all his anger and frustrations with this absolutely ridiculous play. Well, as it turns out, the LeBron James trash talk experience didn't pan out very well for Bane. And at the end of the day, all he had to say about matching up with LeBron is this.
I'm picking up LeBron full court, and it's like the end of the quarter. So like I'm trying to be pesky on the ball, and he just put a forearm on me, and I'm like, oh my God, this dude's strong as shit.
Damn, I sure hope Bane learned to keep his mouth shut after that. Now, apart from Bane, Ja also loves to talk smack to people, and we don't need to look further, because this is also the big reason why he got into a lot of trouble lately. Anyways, here's a clear example of what trash talking gone wrong looks like.
Morant, the drive, the floater, got it at the buzzer.
Sure, the moves were nice, but saying, "You can't guard me" with still another half to go is like asking for it. Now, while I completely get that Ja was just making things more interesting with his antics, I was expecting him to back up all that big talk. But apparently, Morant couldn't keep his end of the bargain, because in the final moments of the game, this brash, young kid just choked big time on back-to-back possessions.
Curry guarding in, Morant in the paint, drives, knocked away by Curry. To Clark, Clark to Morant, Morant on the drive, scoop layup, no good.
Yikes. Not exactly a great look for a team that talks this much trash. Anyways, because of their fake tough guy attitude, they've been under some major heat around the league and have become the most hated team overnight. And according to ESPN's Michael Wilbon, here's another reason why that is.
They are so unbelievably immature. And Jalen and Greeny and Steven, I thought Memphis might have gotten past this point last year with the matchup against Golden State. You know, you watch a team get past you and win a championship. You have a little bit of your first heartbreak in the playoffs, which I find a necessary ingredient. And yet they seem more immature this year than they were last year.
Now, not everyone on the Grizzlies are the typical smash-mouth trash talkers, because some of them are taking shots subtly, just like when Jaren Jackson Jr. did this over on his Twitter account. Well, after a big win against the Dubs last season, Triple J trolled them with this tweet along with the sarcastic clap emoji. But once again, this subtle jab didn't last that long, because we all know the Warriors kicked their butts in the playoffs in 6 games, and eventually they went on to win it all at the expense of the Celtics. Now after the finals, Klay pulled out his receipt during the post-game interview, and as expected, Klay didn't mince any words as he clapped back at Triple J by saying,
I can't wait. There was this one player on the Grizzlies who tweeted strength in numbers after they beat us in the regular season, and it pissed me off so much. I can't wait to retweet that thing. Freaking bum. I had to watch that. I'm just like, this freaking clown. Okay. Sorry. That memory just popped up. You're going to mock us? Like, you ain't ever been there before, bro. We been there. We know what it takes. So to be here again, hold that.
After that spicy statement sent out by Klay, it looks like the Dubs have closed the chapter with their rivalry against the Grizzlies, because they pretty much owned them last season. But lo and behold, here's Ja once again rekindling the flame when he chipped in with this tweet, which was followed by this hot take.
I just felt like, if I won a championship, I wasn't thinking about, no other team or what somebody said months ago. I'm going to be, celebrating a championship. I'm going to be, happy with my teammates, but as you see, after they won the championship, everything was Grizzlies playing whoop that trick on their parade, showing it in the club, talking about Jaren, this and that. I feel like, when you win, you can say anything, but I lost and I'm going to still be Ja at the end of the day. So.
Yeah.
Then after that, the Dubs' resident loudmouth Draymond Green had enough of Ja and swerved back, sending out this tweet. And on top of that, he also let Ja know how many clips the Dubs have won by trolling him with his own meme. Well, it turns out that Twitter war versus Draymond was just Ja's way of saying that he wants them on Christmas Day. And apparently, the NBA noticed their social media beef, and thinking that this is going to be must-see TV, the NBA eventually gave the green light for this matchup to happen. Anyways, fast forward to their December 25th encounter. The Grizzlies looked sharp and ready right before the game. But after the tip-off buzzer sounded, well, they shrunk yet again, just like what they do best. And the moment was apparently too big for them to handle. JP3 brought his bag and went off on them.
Poole, step back, that's a 2-point. Brooks all over Poole, step back, 3-pointer.
Meanwhile, Klay also joined the splash party by putting up his share.
Participated in that Western Conference semifinal. Thompson, long 3-pointer. Like that pretty well. As Jokic and the Nuggets will face the Suns, Thompson jumper.
And at the end of the ball game, these two combined for 56 points, while other guys like DiVincenzo and the bench players also chipped in a couple of double digits to, once again, defeat this Grizzlies team for the nth time. This time by 14 points. And before I almost forget, they did this without the help of Steph, who was injured at the time. See, this young and brash Grizzlies team loves trash talking all day and bringing smoke to whoever they go up against. But if you're going to talk that talk, you gotta walk that walk. For a team that celebrates a Western Conference semifinals appearance as their greatest achievement so far, they should just focus on playing ball. Do you guys actually enjoy it when these players trash talk? Let us know in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to click on this next one on your screen. Go ahead and click it. It's free.